In this video I am going to show you how to install a kit furniture for a kitchen. As they are furniture kits in each package, you will find the necessary material to set up each module. Let's start by assembling one of the modules, in this case an upper module. The first thing to do is to place the dowel pins. In the holes, what you should do is apply a little wood glue to make the assembly stronger. We place the dowel pins. Now let's go to the next step. Let's start by putting the top and the base. When installing this piece, what we are going to do is apply wood glue in these holes that are going to be the ones that will be joined by the dowel pins. Once you have this assembly done, what we do is to pass the cabinet back through its channel. You will see that in the hardware bag there is a hex key wrench. What I advise you to do is to work with a screwdriver that we are going to use later for the whole assembly. We mount a hex drill bit, and this way we will work much faster and more comfortable. Once we have the cabinet assembled, what we're going to do is attach the mounting plates. The plate has 3 fixed pivots that are going to be housed in these holes in the side of the cabinet. The last pivot is an eccentric fastener. This means that when we turn this butterfly nut, the eccentric will press against the board, preventing the mounting plate from coming out at any time. Once it is fully seated in its position, we turn the tab so that the eccentric breaks it. Now we go to the base cabinet. Notice that I already have it assembled. It is assembled in the same way as the upper unit. The only difference is that, instead of mounting plates, the base unit has legs. The leg comes in 2 pieces: the base and the telescopic leg. In the base, what we have is a piece of plastic that will be housed in the holes that are already prepared in the base of the cabinet. The only thing we have to do is, taking into account the shape of the base, place this spike towards the side. In this way we are going to give more robustness to the cabinet. Once the pieces are in place, this pivot that sticks out at the top, you see it in this leg. We have to hit it with the hammer. Once we've driven it through here, it will have gone in, and it will have made the plastic expand inside the hole. What we are going to do with the screws that come in the bag is place 1 screw in each of the holes marked on the leg.
Un tornillo en cada uno de los agujeros que marca la pata.
What I advise you to do is to give the same height to all the legs. We are going to adjust the legs to a height of 16 centimeters because the baseboard that we are going to put is between 14 and 15 centimeters, and it will be lodged between the bottom of the cabinet and the floor. What we are going to do now is to place the cabinet on the wall. We are going to mark the height of 215 meters, 7 feet. We are working with a kitchen of 70, 27.6 inches. Once you have the mark ready, we have to calculate the height where we are going to fix the support. To do this, we will work with the plate that the cabinet has. Look carefully, this mounting plate will allow us to level the cabinet and also to separate it from the wall. Take a look at these two screws. We are going to use them to adjust it. Look, this top one is going to make the plate fall or rise. This will make the piece of cabinet move closer or further from the wall. This other screw will raise or lower the plate. If you look at the plate in this position, it is going up. And in this one, it is going down. To calculate the height, what we do is to raise it all the way up. Once the screwdriver no longer allows us to go up, we are going to mark the edge of this plate on the edge of the cabinet. Now what we do is to lower it all the way down. At the lowest part we mark it again. I'm going to put the plate in its position so you can see clearly what we're doing. What we have to do now is to calculate the center of these two lines that we have made to place the plate on this same line. This way you will be able to regulate from 1 centimeter up to 1 centimeter down, which is the leveling that the cabinet allows. We take the reference from the top, but 3.4, and we transfer it to the wall. We're going to put it at 10. And finally, the only thing we have to do, since the line we're going to draw is the line of the holes we have to make, is to put the plate that matches perfectly on the line we've drawn with the pencil and mark one of its holes. This center is the one that we are going to move along the wall with the help of the level. We are going to fix the fasteners on this line. What we have to do now is to center them. Let's calculate the size of the cabinet. It is 40 centimeters wide. We are going to mark them on the wall. Pay attention. The cabinet board is 16 millimeters, 5/8 inches. We will have to deduct this thickness on both sides of the cabinet. With the plate already split, we are going to fix it to the edge from where our cabinet starts. We mark the centers of the holes. We are going to hang it. Using the marks, what we are going to do now is to level it by means of its adjusters. Check this out. As you can see, the bubble is off center, so the first thing we're going to do is to put it in place. It's going up. Before we consider it as good, what we do is check, by placing the level in this position, that its vertical leveling is perfect. On base units we have to check the level 4 times. One would be this. Another position. Another position. And the level of the back. We continue with the doors. The hinge is a cup hinge that we are going to introduce in the holes that the door already has. We place it like this. We help it with the hammer until we fix it with the 2 plastic pieces. We make them match with the drills. Let's go with the other one. Now we are going to place the supports of these hinges on the cabinet. We place one on the upper part. We're going to put the plastic plugs in first. With these two pieces right here and this button, you're going to hook or unhook them when you want to remove them. We're going to take a manual screwdriver to make the adjustment. If you look at the top edge, it's practically leveled, and at the bottom part the door is a little bit misplaced. We regulate with this screw. We adjust it so that the door goes a little bit to the other side. And with the bottom screw in the same position, we take it out. We can still adjust it a little more. Thus the clearance is distributed and the door is well leveled. Let's see the solution we give to the bottom one. Well, you've seen how easy it is to assemble ready-to-assemble kitchen cabinets. Now I just have to put the plugs in all those holes that I don't want to use and that I don't want them to be seen.